In this episode of GitHub Copilot CLI for beginners, we're going to get started. We'll take a look at how to install the tool, how to log in, and your first couple of requests that you're going to send to Copilot CLI. GitHub Copilot CLI is an AI agent right there on your desktop. Like you'd expect from any AI coding assistant, you can use Copilot CLI to explore your codebase, ask questions, and generate code. But what makes agents special is their ability to perform tasks autonomously, like building your code and running tests, and even being able to self-heal, making updates to the code when errors are detected. Copilot CLI fits nicely into your existing workflow as a developer, allowing you to interactively assign tasks and work on other items on your to-do list, or to iteratively build, looking at the generated results and impact it has on your application, and request changes as you go. You can even use Copilot CLI to delegate tasks to Copilot Coding Agent, a cloud-based agent. Getting started with Copilot CLI, of course, starts with installation. The core cross-platform way to do this is via npm, using npm install tickg at github/copilot does the trick. If you're using a package manager like Winget or Homebrew, you can install Copilot CLI through those tools as well. You can consult the documentation for those tools for the exact specifics. For me personally, I prefer installing via Node, but that might just be the web developer in me. Once you install the product, you can launch it by typing out Copilot. There are numerous switches you can use, which we'll be talking about in later videos. If it's your first time, you'll need to log in with your GitHub credentials. This does two things. First, it ties the client to your Copilot account. Second, it connects the GitHub MCP server, which will grant access to resources on GitHub. And that's something else we'll talk about later. When using Copilot, you need to grant access to the folder for Copilot to be able to explore and potentially modify files. You can choose to do this for just this session or save that for later sessions. This allows you to launch Copilot again in the future on a particular project without having to approve it over and over. Once that's done, you can just start talking, asking questions, requesting code, or other tasks. Let's start with a couple of basics here. Let's ask Copilot for an overview of the project. Copilot will explore, open important files, and report back with its findings. We can also ask for code, like asking for a new endpoint to be created. When I make the request, Copilot will look again at the project, find existing documentation and examples, and do its best to follow the practices it sees. Again, Copilot will ask for permission, in this case, to create the file. I'll approve this, and now I've got a brand new endpoint created. Of course, this is just the beginning. One of the best ways to explore Copilot and what it can do is to just ask Copilot. It'll look through its documentation and provide guidance on how to interact with it. Experiment and explore. And of course, you can explore the rest of the videos in this series. We'll walk you through some of the most common scenarios and most powerful options and help you get the most out of GitHub Copilot CLI.